Please welcome the TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry.
Well, we are not done here tonight in St. Joseph, Missouri. The TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry, has returned to iMPACT and is set to address both TNA Unbreakable and Rebellion. But as we learned on TNA social and digital platforms in the past week, Joe Hendry sustained a rotator cuff injury last week in the melee amongst Kazarian, Elijah, and Hendry. You can see how Joe Hendry not doing a lot with that right arm.
Certainly favoring it. Rotator cuffs they're a funny thing. It's that fine line between rehab, surgery. What is the fate for the TNA World Champion?
This is usually the part of the show where I make my entrance, spin around, and I say his name and he appears. But tonight, unfortunately, I have to have a more serious conversation with you. For those of you who don't know, I have sustained a serious rotator cuff injury. And yeah, in this business, you kind of got to take the bad with the good. And I always said that if I was able to get this championship, that I would defend it against anyone at any time from any company. And it's my belief that if you can't defend the championship, well, then you shouldn't be the champion. This past year has been the most amazing journey, and it's happened all because of you. I want you all to know that you put me in this position. But in this business, like I say, you have to take the bad with the good. And unfortunately, the bad news is that the medical team have advised me not to compete. However, I informed the medical team that I will defend the TNA World Championship at Rebellion. And I will defend it against the two biggest scumbags that I've encountered in my career, in Frankie Kazarian and Ethan Page. And I will walk out of Rebellion still the TNA Wrestling World Champion. And I will do it because each and every single one of you kept chanting, "We believe."
We'll say his name, and he will appear one of Hendry's opponents for Rebellion.
Yeah, that's That's all real inspiring stuff, Joe, but you know what? Let's cut through the crap. I'm sick of the whole Tony Robbins routine. I'm sick of your stupid blue shirt, and I'm sick of you. Joe, you're not going to walk out of Rebellion as the TNA World Champion, because let's be honest, You're barely going to be able to walk into the building that day, are you? See, I know how injured you are, Joe. You're a literal wounded duck. You're not at 100%, and if you're not at 100%, there's no way you can hang with the king of TNA. Let me tell you the difference between you and I. You see, you care what these morons think. You desire to be loved. And I say that when a man loses the illusion of wanting to be loved, he becomes a beast that cannot be conquered. And at Rebellion, I will be that beast. I will dispose of Ethan Page, and then I can't wait to get my hands on you, beat you, and finally become TNA World Champion.
Did you just say that you can't wait to get your hands on an injured Joe Hendry?
Yeah, you're lucky I'm a gentleman, or I'd come down there right now and beat you up.
Well, that being the case, I've got some good news. That's because at Unbreakable, 1 week before Rebellion, there's going to be a little tag match. And it's going to be you and Tessa Blanchard versus the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich. And the TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he
That's a huge matchup. Just 1 week before their title match at Rebellion, Frankie Kazarian and Joe Hendry will meet in tag team action.
On the road to Rebellion, the TNA World Champion Joe Hendry looks to prove that he is unbreakable.